Are there further comments?
Madam Chair.
Senator Graham.
Thank you. Is this thing working?
Yeah.
There we go. As to Senator Merkley, he is the ranking member of the Budget Committee, and I've really enjoyed working with him. Believe it or not, we've done some things together. So let me give you my concern about this amendment. All of us have used reconciliation to get what we want that the other side wouldn't agree to. There's no Obamacare with us, so you went through the reconciliation process. The Trump tax cuts wasn't going to happen with y'all, so we did the Trump tax cuts, and we did the one big beautiful bill, and we'll see if it stays the one big beautiful bill politically over time. So the reconciliation process has been used by both parties under the 1974 Budget Control Act that allows us to do that. They're partisan exercises about reshaping the budget and getting things done that you want done that fit within the Byrd Rule. Y'all have done it, and we've done it, and it was there. It's been there since 1974. Rescission is part of that Budget Control Act. And what Senator Merkley is doing is amending the act in a way to avoid the fast-track process that the law gives us. So this is a military VA appropriations bill, and what would happen here is if passed, it'd be a point of order against this appropriations bill because it would be changing the Budget Control Act that's in the Budget Committee. And I would obviously make that point of order. But a little bit about normal. I think I vote for most everything coming out of the committee because I like appropriating versus CRs. Been a pretty good supporter of the 150 account. I'm the chairman now, and I've been the ranking member. And here's what you got to understand. Last night was 0.1% of entire federal spending. And there are a lot of people out there in this country thinking, maybe we could reduce spending by 0.1%. If you listened last night, the answer is a resounding no, because of some of the programs, of which I have been generally very supportive of. But to my Democratic colleagues, you got to understand this. What we have found in the appropriations process is spending on things that are completely violates the trust. You have, in my view, Samantha Powers and others violated my trust. You'll have a hard time dealing with me in the future because I've been out there at my own political peril. Soft power is not is something easy said, hard to sell. There's an isolationist movement in our party, and I've tried, along with my colleagues, to stand up to it. I've tried to say that if you help somebody raise their child with clean water and you provide vaccines, treatment for AIDS, that family would probably like America better. It's harder to recruit if you're, helping people, if you're ISIS or the Taliban. So I buy in the concept of soft power, big time. But what happened is destroyed my trust, that y'all care more about your liberal causes than the underlying premise of these bills. So I want you to hear it, Senator Schatz. You got a real problem with me going forward. You had control of this account for 4 years, and I am going home weekend after weekend. Why didn't you know about that? How could you, Senator Graham, authorize money to be spent on this garbage? I'm saying, well, we appropriated the money and people in the government spend the money and, these agencies have their priorities. The priorities that I support were obliterated. I want to save children from a terrible death in AIDS. I want to help stop mother-child transmissions of AIDS. Count me in for PEPFAR. But some of the money that's been spent has got zero to do with the underlying premise of soft power and everything to do with your pet peeves. So you've lost my trust. So I would urge you to vote no.
Madam Chair.